In this Pilates for Strength, we're going to work on the muscles down our backs. So we're going for spinal strength, using those muscles to take us out of a rounded posture, to close down and strengthen through our pelvic ring. Okay, so we're going to start in kneeling, with your heels together and your knees apart. Squeeze your heels together and push your hips forwards. Straight away, you're going to feel the base of your back work. This is your pelvic ring. It's the base of your spine. We spent a lot of time sitting on here, and that's the opposite to the posture we're in now. So we're going to make ourselves strong. We're going to work on the keystone, the very center, the strongest part of our backs. Push our heels together and then sit back. Just come halfway, reaching your arms forwards. Breathe out, press your heels together, pull your hips through. Breathe in, bum back. Breath out, heels together, bum through. Work through this movement, just the top part of your range. And be careful not to round your body. So it's though you've got a broom handle rested against your spine, and the back of your head, your shoulders and your bottom are all touching that broom handle. We're going to do another 30 seconds here. Pressing hips forwards, sitting back, flat back. Breathe out, pull through, breathe in, come back. Breath out, press through. Breath in, come back. Go taller every time. So you're imagining your head is full of helium. It's a balloon floating up towards the ceiling. Give me 3 more. 2. 1 more. Take your hands up and drop your hands behind your head, elbows wide. From here, we're going to squeeze our left waist. Take the left elbow to the left hip. Grow even taller as you come back up through center. And then come to the right hand side. Drop your right elbow to your right hip. Grow tall as you come back through. So you're working on the muscles which run down the sides of your spine. Squeeze into your waist. Squeeze and come up. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Make sure you're not rotating forward, so you don't want a forward twist. You just want to go straight down. Squeeze your rib down to your hip and up. And again, squeeze down, drop your shoulders away from your ears and center. Keep the whole while pushing your heels together so you get this strength through your whole back line. Coming down, work through your waist, return to the middle. And again, and center. Last one. And back through center. From here, we're going to turn and straighten out our legs and bring our hands behind us. So it's up to you whether you want your fingers pointing to your bum, to the side or behind. Just come to where it feels comfortable for you. Point your toes, pressing them away, and then breathe out. Lift your hips up until you're in a straight line from your shoulders through your hips to your heels. Breathe in, come all the way back down. Press your toes away, lift through your hips. Breath in and fold. So this is reverse plank. Often we find this one a lot harder than front plank, highlighting that the front side of our body may well be stronger than the back side of our body. Remember to have your hands in a position that feels comfortable, and if it is too much on your wrist, you can always prop up onto your elbows and do this off the side of your sofa. 10 more seconds here. Last one. And fold down. Okay, now from here we're just going to pop a little soft bend in our knees so you can get your feet flat down on the ground. And we're going to push up from here, push your knees away, send your hips up high so you're like a little coffee table. Send your bottom back towards your hands. Breathe out, push up and through, find that high point. Breath in, bring your bottom all the way back down. Breath out, hips high. How high can you get them? Can you rest your lunch on your lap? Breath in and fold. Pressing up, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Breath in, release. Feel the whole back line work. Squeeze your back muscles, squeeze your bottom and your thighs to get your bottom up here. Can you do 6 more? If it starts to get hard with your knees bent, you can straighten your legs again. Three to go. Last 2. And 1. And release. All the way down. Okay, from here we're going to roll over onto our tummies. And we're going to start with our elbows bent, forearms either side of our head, looking straight down. First thing you're going to do is tuck your chin and look underneath you. And then as you breathe out, roll an imaginary marble up your mat with your nose. Then roll it up the wall in front of you, arching your back, and see how high up the wall in front of you can get that marble without your forearms leaving the ground. And then roll that marble with your nose back down the wall, roll it along the floor, and then tuck it neatly underneath your chin. Go again, roll that marble away, start your out breath. Breathe in again whenever you need. Curl and work through your whole back, rolling that marble up the wall, and then rolling it all the way back down. So as you focus on this upper body movement, you should feel all of the muscles running up either side of your spine work and come on. I want you to press the tops of your feet down into the floor. The legs are still active in this. Maybe even lift your kneecaps off of the ground. Give me 3 more. Roll that marble as high up the door as you can, and then roll all the way back down. Make sure you finish your movement. 2 more. And 1 more. And all the way back down. From here, I want you to bend your hands and knees and push up through all fours. And then make it onto your left hand side. You want to have your knees bent, but your knees in line with your shoulder and your feet hanging off the back of your mat. The first thing that you're going to do is come and lift up into a side bend. We're trying to find a banana shape through your whole spine. Squeeze the bottom waist, keep the elbow underneath your shoulder, and then release. Bring it all the way down. Try and touch the outside of your right knee. Try to banana shape the other way. Go again. Lift your waist. Come all the way up. Tap the floor. Coming all the way back down. Try and touch the outside of that right knee. So you're trying to change shape through your back. Big C curve through your whole spine. Using the muscles down the front and back side and waist to give you that movement. Touch your knee. And 4 more. Find the edges of your range. Keep that elbow directly underneath your forearm. It's quite tempting for it to slide away. And you have just 2 to go. Let's do 1 more, all the way up. Lift through the waist, squeeze the waist. Tap the outside of your knee. And then press yourself up into sitting. I want you to come into just a sideways stretch, splitting your legs and bending through your body as much as you can so you take the weight out of your arms. 1 more. And change sides. So coming to lie on your right hand side with your right elbow underneath your shoulder. Your knees bent and feet hanging off the back of your mat. Lift out of your shoulder first of all. It's really tempting to sink into the shoulder. Don't let that happen. Press the ground away from you. And then push up away from the floor, giving yourself a whole banana shape. Tap the mat. Release it all the way back down. Tapping the mat. Curve to the sky. And then remember to touch the outside of your top knee, your left knee as you come back through. So you're working both sides of your body, trying to get some shape and movement here. Keeping the elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Let's do 5 more. How high can you come off of your mat? How much can you squeeze your waist? Can you touch the left knee without lifting your knee up off the mat? And has that elbow slid away from you a little bit on the bottom side? Adjust if you need to. Last 2. And 1. And split your legs. Come up into this mermaid, taking your arm up and over your head. And changing position, dropping your right arm, left arm up. And spin from side to side. Last one. And make your way back through all fours. Okay, so from here we're going to work into a little breaststroke, swimming all the way up into a plank. So you can remember both moves. If the full plank becomes too tricky, come back to this one. My toes are tucked in preparation, hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to reach my left hand forwards as much as I can, making sure that I don't sway to the right. Then I'm going to take a big circle, opening up through my back and chest, looking at my hand, bring it all the way back down, and then return. Then the other side, reach forwards, open all the way up, look at your hands, bring it all the way down. So you've got this big swim motion, all the way up, back and down. Look at your hand to open your chest. You want to have your tailbone kicked out behind you. Try not to tuck your tail underneath you. It's really, really tempting, but don't let that happen. Once more each side. And last one. Hands are underneath our shoulders. And then from there, we're going to take one walk of our hands forwards, lifting up through the knees, sending the weight forward so it's right over the top of our hands. From here, you can see if you can lift one leg forwards and swim it round, hand underneath you. Then the right side, forwards, swim it round and underneath you. You've got to really hold your plank. You don't need to twist your body so much. The arm is just running along the surface of the floor. And you're trying not to shuffle your weight from side to side. Do remember that previous exercise. If that one serves you better, stay there. This is working on the core cylinder, the support for your back. Try not to rock and sway. We're going to do one more each way. And last one. And release all the way back down. Big cat stretch, round your spine towards the ceiling, and then from here take your bottom all the way down to your heels, reaching your arms away from you, forehead presses down into the mat. Breathe. All right, last little sequence, you're going to lie back down onto your tummy. And you want to have space either side of you so that you can reach your arms out to the side and have your legs out straight. Looking straight down, I'm going to keep an eye on you guys and checking the form so that it's right for you to copy. Keep your pelvis bones evenly weighted onto the floor, and as you lift one leg up, squeeze your whole thigh. Don't let that pelvis bone drive forwards into the mat. Lower it down and then change to the opposite side. Once you've checked your position, you know what's happening, and you've watched a few of mine, we're all going to look straight down onto our mats. Having our arms out to the side, looking straight down. Squeezing a whole leg, floating it up off of the floor. Out breath to lift. In breath lower. Out breath lift. Last one each side. And then we're going to bring in the arms. Alright, so from here we're going to see if we can lift both arms and our chest up off of the floor. And then we're going to lower back down. We're going to push the tops of your legs into the floor to begin with. You're going to work your lower back, but I don't want it to feel like it's pinching. Lift only so high so you can feel those muscles come on, but there's no pinch or crunch through your lower back. Breath out, lift up. Breath in, come down. I want you to imagine that I've got a piece of string tied to your belly button. It's tied to the inside of your belly button, so it's coming out through here, through your spine. And each time you lift up, I'm pulling on that string, lifting your belly button in and off of the mat. Imagine that for me, maybe even touch your lower back. Imagine that string coming out there and pulling your belly button in. Last one to practice. And then we add in the legs. So it's single legs, both arms. When you're ready, left leg float up, arms float up. Blow out, blow in, breathe in, return. Blow out, lift up, breathe in, return. Breathe out, breathe in. Again, no crunching, just strength. You're feeling all of those muscles work. The pain comes if we hinge and compress the spine. We're just squeezing those muscles into movement. We're not pinching or squashing anything through our backs. Last one each side. And release. And you've just got one more here for your big finale. You're going to do both arms, both legs. Give me 6. On your out breath, lift all the way up. Look straight down, point your toes, reach your fingers and toes away. Breathe in and release. Breath in to prepare, breath out, lift. Keep lifting, breathe in, breathe out, lower down. Really, really important that you remember that belly button lift up towards the ceiling. A tuck of your chin to look straight down. You should be looking down at your mat, not forwards or not to the side. Pull belly button up and off of the mat as you go. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Push into a reverse position to finish. So you can hold either a cat stretch, rounding your spine to the opposite direction, or sink your bottom down on towards your heels into a deep shell stretch and reverse the shape of your spine.